Hello and welcome to the third episode of my Infdev Hardcore series. As you saw in the previous episode, I had died, which means that it is time to start a new world in which I try to beat Infdev Anyway, here are the settings that I've chosen for it. So let's get right into it. So looking around, it seems that we are in a mountains biome, which is next to a sparse jungle biome, which is next to a woodland hills biome. I'd say this is a nice spawn, but anyway, now is not time to look around. We need to get started, and for that we need to collect some rocks, make cobblestone, get wood, make pickaxe, mine cobblestone, get more wood, even more wood, compose the saplings, get wheat, make bread, kill some pigs, kill cows, mine copper, smelt the copper, make a copper pickaxe, mine iron, check out the surroundings, explore the village. And that's it for the first day. As you can see, the night has started, and I decided so far things are going great because I had a great spawn inside a mountain biome because I found some ores inside of it. There's also a forest jungle biome and a jungle biome close to me, which means that I may found a slime dungeon there, which is useful. And there's also a desert biome next to me, which means that I'll be able to find some suspicious sand in there, so I can take some useful stuff from it, like scrolls, maybe diamonds and such. And speaking of suspicious sand, I also find some suspicious gravel in the mountains biome, and there are probably also more iron ores in there and copper. But anyway, it's currently night, so I'm gonna scout the ores and then go outside to find some zombies and skeletons. And now I'm ready, so it is time to head out. I believe that this first night will go better than the first night in the first episode. At least I hope so, since I'm better prepared. But anyway, I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to explore this plains biome, since I might find a stronghold. And it seems that I've found a dungeon, or a labyrinth, and a village at the same time. Or seems that it's just a labyrinth with a single room, I think. Anyway, gonna kill this skeleton and then check out the loot. It would be nice if I found some potatoes and carrots, but found a backpack, which is quite nice. Maybe the village will have some carrots and potatoes. And it has none, but I did get some bread, so that's nice. Also, in one of the previous clips you saw me with a bunny on my head, and I simply did it by right-clicking a bunny. Anyway, the night is now over, so I'm going to use the day to explore the desert over here, thickets, and brush some of the suspicious sand that I might find here. And also I'm going to grab myself some melons. And here is some, so let's get to brushing. And look at that, I've actually managed to find a desert well. I can't remember when it was added, but the desert well contains some suspicious sand, so it is actually useful in this mod. Anyway, the sun is now setting and I don't have any armor anymore, so I'm going to head back home now. But not before brushing up some more suspicious sand. Anyway, I'd say that was moderately successful, although I did lose my armor. Here are the things that I have now. Anyway, now it's night, so I think I'm gonna head out and do some caving, because I saw a cave right next to my house. I saw it here. Hopefully I'll find something useful here. And it seems that I did. I found a dungeon, a spider one, which I was about to say it should be easy to conquer, but guess not. Ah, there we go, so let's see. Potato, that's nice. And a saddle, which means that I can tame one of the camels and use it for transportation. And a carrot, that's also nice. Herbalist pouch, and I also have 3 crossbows. It will be useful. Seems like the cave that I found is now opening up, which is quite nice because I'm now seeing some gold over there, which means I need to make an iron pickaxe to mine it. However, I think I'm gonna leave it for another time. Instead, I'm gonna head inside, where I'm also going to stay because I got a message that the Bats an event is starting, which means that I can't really go outside properly, or otherwise I'd burn to a crisp. And now you can see the effects of the Bats an event. As you can see, all of the animals are getting set on fire. Even that group of horses over there. And I can't skip the event by sleeping because the game doesn't allow me to. But thankfully I can avoid the sunlight and get into the cave simply by digging there. I just need to make sure that I don't accidentally step into the sunlight. And now I can continue exploring, which I'll do since I can't really go onto the surface. And it seems like I found my first diamonds. They are over there, however I can't mine them because I've used all my iron on armor, so I don't have a iron pickaxe, which I'd need to mine this gold to get to the diamond. So I kinda need to find some iron. And there's some, but it's nice, so I'm gonna get that. Make an iron pickaxe. Get the gold, make a gold pickaxe, and after I managed to get some resistance, I only get 1 diamond. And I've also found one of the underground ruins, but I don't have any brush currently, so I can't brush up any of the suspicious dirt. Seems like the cave that I've found is quite large and stretches quite a bit into the distance, which is quite nice. So I'm gonna, well, first I'm gonna try and grab the resources that are near me or in the lit up area. And seems like there's a stalker over here. So I think I'm gonna try and kill it. But first I'm gonna need to kill this zombie. And I'm gonna go over to this area and dig out a too high hole. Because the stalkers, just like Endermen, are 3 blocks tall. Gotta be careful here because they are quite dangerous. And seems like now it's too far away from the hole. But now I should have a good opportunity to kill one, so I'm gonna quickly heal myself. And then hide in the hole. And that's strange. Is it not angry at me anymore? I think I'm gonna try something else. Which is to kill them slowly with light. Since they are weak to light. And it was quite dangerous. Seems like I've stepped too close to it. And there we go. I've killed my first stalker in this world. But anyway, as you can see, I'm basically out of food, so I'm going to head back home since it's too dangerous over here. Anyway, I'm now home and my ores are cooking and it's currently night, so I think I'm going to go outside and do some hunting, even if I don't have any food with me, which might be dangerous, but I think it should be fine. Anyway, that's enough hunting. As you can see, I'm quite badly hurt, which kind of makes me wonder how much does the rotten flesh heal if I use it, because as you can see it's poisonous, however at the same time it restores 5 hearts of damage, so let's see if it heals me. And the answer is that it does heal you, however only by half a heart per piece of rotten flesh. And you can only get up to 8.5 hearts. You can't get any more because then when you try to eat it, it damages you too much. But we don't really need to worry about health anymore because the sun is already rising. So I'm gonna grab myself a shovel and start working on a farm so that I have a stable source of food. And look what I found, a pink sheep, or I think this one is magenta. Anyway, time to continue working on the farm. And here's the farm design that I decided to go for. As you can see, it is quite big. And as for the distribution of crops, I've decided that I have only a bit of cotton since I don't really need it. Some wheat since I want to craft the pumpkin pastry in the future. Some carrots, but not too many since I don't really need them. The only thing that I might need them for are golden carrots, which I would like to use since I didn't really utilize them in the previous attempt, even though I could. Most of this farm will be potatoes, and I've also planted some melons, even though I don't need them. They are currently kind of placeholders. I plan to replace them with pumpkins once I have some. Anyway, as you can see, the farm currently isn't full, so I'm gonna wait a bit and then fill it up. And I've also placed down some bamboo. I've placed them kind of further away from the fence because I've learned the hard way not to place them next to the fence. Because when I placed them next to the fence, a zombie managed to climb on top of them and attack me. I have built up my farm with crops, and so I've decided there is one more thing that I would like to do, which is to tame a camel. That's because camels can actually carry stuff in this mod. You can put a chest on them, kind of like you can, just like you can put chests on mules or donkeys in modern Minecraft. So let me just get into the desert. Probably some other way. And there we go. Also seems like I don't need to put a chest on the camel because it already has one, which I access by holding shift and right clicking the camel. And now I just need to bring this guy home. And I've decided that his home will be this house right here. The reason why he's inside is of course to protect him from the bad sun event in case it happens. And anyway, once that's done, I'm now going to wait a bit for the crops to grow so I get more food. After that last clip, I went ahead and farmed some more potatoes, and so now I would like to do some exploring. As you can see, it's still night, however, it should soon be day. My plan is to explore the desert biome a bit, because deserts have got like the desert and the permit dungeons, which is reminding me that I should grab myself some cactus, since I can use it to heal the camel. Now I am ready. Unfortunately, I haven't found a pyramid yet, however I did find a labyrinth, so I'm going to try to explore it a bit. I'm gonna leave my camel over here and place some cacti over here so that they hopefully grow a bit while I'm in the labyrinth. Thankfully some of the labyrinth is exposed, which makes things a bit easier. I've already got some scrolls, those are quite nice. Some food, not particularly interesting. A golden apple. That's quite nice. A scroll and a backpack will be useful at exploring. Thankfully I also have some torches so I can disable the spawners. Let's see. Another apple. And some iron swords. That's quite useful. See, that's everything for this part. We got diamond. And I think that's a fabulous night vision, but that's for respiration. And this chest, nothing particularly interesting. Now, I also saw a staircase over here, so let's go down. Spawner, so let's grab some torches and to disable it. As for the other pathway, it's only a chest and another staircase. And there might be a spawner underneath since there are some skeletons. See, there is a mummy. Gotta be careful about that since it gives me withering effect which prevents me from healing, and I think that's it for this dungeon. It was nice, but not much interesting in here. And I think I'm gonna store the items on me instead of the camel in case it dies, as I've got enough storage space for now. Anyway, I'm to continue exploring. Hopefully I find a pyramid since there's still some more desert around me. I did some more exploring in the desert and unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to find any pyramid in here, but on the bright side I did find some pumpkins, which is quite nice since I'll be able to farm them now and make some pumpkin pastry. Well, anyway, it's still kind of early, so I think I'm gonna do a bit more exploring. Hopefully find something interesting. Also, one thing that I've noticed is that the third-person cameras are quite nice when it comes to going down steep hills, since you can better see where you are going, since otherwise, because in the first-person view, your view is often blocked by the mount that you are riding. But anyway, that's everything that I wanted to say. Now I'm gonna continue exploring. And I managed to find my way back home, thankfully. However, next time I think I'm going to bring myself a compass so I can navigate better. Anyway, I'd say that is enough exploring for the time being, so I decided to do a bit of caving. As you can see, I've also dug out a basement for my house. Anyway, time to head inside some caves. I'm not sure, well, nothing interesting will probably happen, but if it does, I'm gonna record and show you. Seems like a stalker managed to die on its own in this cave. That's quite lucky for me. And it seems like I found a pinky slime as well. I showed one in the previous episode, however, there seems to be another one. Bye-bye, Pinky. For some reason I thought it had more health. I think I've managed to explore the whole cave now, and so I've decided to return. And I've decided that one of the things that I like to do while returning is to bring one of these guys home. I believe that, because I believe that they don't despawn since they are named. And I only have one because two of them died because I accidentally killed them since they got in my way while I was mining. Anyway, let's go, friend. I'll take you to my home. Let's hope that he properly follows me. So close, yet so far. Well, damn. Seems like we won't be bringing them home. So, that's it for the cave exploration. I believe that I had done quite a lot in this episode, and it's quite long. However, there are still a few things that I would like to do, kind of in the preparation for the next episode. And the first being that I'm just gonna quickly organize my stuff, so I'm kind of disorganized as you can see. So let me just quickly organize things. Next up, I would like to do some fishing, for which I've brought some rotten flesh, because having it in your inventory increases the chance of getting something better. And you also get an achievement for that. In the end, I haven't really gotten anything interesting, only a jellyfish tentacle. So I've decided I would like to do a bit of hunting, firstly of jellyfish, and then some crabs. And lastly, I'd like to get some apples, and I believe the fastest way to do it would be to first get some apple saplings from the biome that's located behind this hill. Now that I've got a decent moat, I just need to plant them around this area and wait for them to grow. And now that I've got the apples, it is time to reveal why I wanted to get them, which is to make an apple pie, like so. The apple pies are basically the Infdev Plus version of the cake. You basically place them to eat them, and you eat them in slices. And the reason why I wanted to make these apple pies is due to how the food works in Infdev Plus, because in vanilla Minecraft, when you eat some food, you regain hunger. However, in Infdev Plus, that is when you have hunger disabled, which is disabled by default, you regain hearts instead of food. However, once you eat some food, you get a cooldown during which you can't eat any food. However, this cooldown doesn't apply to apple pies when you place them down, which means that I should be able to heal really quickly in some combat situations, because I've noticed that I've quite often got into dangerous situations because I was low on health and couldn't really eat more to regain health. So I think these advice will be useful, because I'll be just able to place them down and just quickly eat them to regain all of my health. But that isn't something that I will get to test out in this episode, because I feel like I had done enough things, so I'd say that it'll be it for this episode. And yeah, next time I'll probably do some more exploring. I'd like to hopefully find a boss dungeon and defeat a boss. And I'll probably need to collect some resources so that I'm ready for the Crimson Dimension. I'd like to get some gold in order to go there. I mean, we have some gold gear. Well, anyway, that will be it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one.